Hello, it's a surprise live. I wonder if anyone will show up. It's storming right now, and that means that the live might cut out like it did last time I tried to go live. So you gotta anticipate that because that can happen. Um, my name is Sydney Casket Base. Please ignore my feet. Um, actually, I'm gonna put socks on. It always fucking happens. I just don't wear shoes and socks because it's comfortable, but ugh. I just don't wear shoes or socks because it's comfortable. I just like to be comfortable. But then if I forget to put something on them for a video, if I forget to cover up, then I'm asking for fucking trouble. I hope someone shows up. I don't know if anyone has yet. I'm still getting my socks. Please don't see my feet. Please don't see my feet. Ugh. God, my life is horrible. This is actually the worst thing that's ever happened to someone. Okay. Okay. Being on the internet sucks. I don't know why anyone would do it. It's terrible. Continues. I mean, that's just the story of my life. That's my situation. I guess I am chronically online, but I'm trying to dig myself out of that hole. I'm trying to get a real career and all that. Um, no one's shown up yet. I'm just chattering to myself because, well, yeah, it says one person. Is that one person just me? There's a single like on the video, and I don't think I liked this video, so I don't know what's going on. Hello, singular person. I don't know who you are, but I hope that you're having a nice day. Oh, there's two people now. Cool, cool. Um, hi. Hello, it's me, Sydney. Where's my fucking, fidget cube? It's not a cube, it's a dodecahedron, but, dodecahedron, where are you? I want to play with you. Where are you, my dodecahedron? I found it, yay! Oh, yes, alright, okay, fantastic, yeah. There's three people now. Ooh, oh, hold on. Oh, there's someone, Mr. Llama 101 said, oh, that's me. And yes, hello, Mr. Llama. And then Alyssa Chapman says, oh my god, Sydney Casket Vase in real time. Yes, hello. It is me in real time, yes. I exist. There's a storm going on outside, so you gotta anticipate there could be interruptions because of the weather. It does things to the internet. So is all I'm trying to say. But how are you doing? Alyssa Chapman, Mr. Llama. I'm bored to go live because I've been like so well, and I've gained 100 subscribers. So that's sweet. Like now I've got over 1,100 subscribers. I am very much #blessed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. It's funny because it's not true. I still get stressed sometimes, but no. But multiple things can be true at once. You know what I mean? Like you can have really good things in part of your life and then pretty bad things in other parts of your life. Because life is complicated and shit like that. But anyways, people are saying things in the chat. Alyssa Chapman says, it's a very impressive number. And Mr. Llama says, kind of stormy where I am as well. Well, yes. I thank you, Alyssa. I'm very, I mean, gosh, I mean, I sound stupid. I sound stupid. No, Alyssa, I'm very grateful for the support. I am, I just don't know how to talk about it. Like it's kind of hard to put feelings into words. Uh I don't know, man. That's something. I guess I'm bad at that. Um I'm good at explaining how things work, but I'm not easy at explaining like how I work, I try, but I feel like I kind of just stumble over it. Or how other people work as well, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I understand people and I feel like I understand myself, but if I try to put it into words, I feel like I kind of lose it. I feel like I lose the plot, but it's like if, like I feel like I know in my head, like I have an instinct, but articulating it's hard. But I can articulate situations like this, you know. It's um Alyssa says, makes sense words are hard. I know. Well, how does one talk? I've never talked in my life. I'm not talking right now. You and Mr. Llama are hallucinating me. Mr. Llama, I'm sorry that it's stormy where you live, unless you like the rain. Mr. Llama says I used to have that same issue. Oh, you're getting a bit better at you haven't got that issue anymore though, you'd say, like you've kind of you've expanded your capabilities in terms of articulation of thoughts and feelings. That's nice if so. Yeah, Mr. Llama says not anymore. That, I suppose you mean like you don't have the issue anymore. That's good. I think that's a great that's a great thing to hear, because I would like to get better at it. I think sounding stupid is embarrassing. I get embarrassed. I do, you know this? Oh, I get ashamed. Cry, sob, weep. Ooh, ah. Mm. Anyway, Alyssa Chapman. Alyssa Chapman, let me ask you something. Um, how's it going? How are you? Mr. Llama, I'm a bit more familiar with Mr. Llama because Mr. Llama shows up to most of my videos, but Alyssa Chapman seems like a new face. I mean, in a non-literal way. I don't actually know what their face looks like, but yeah. Alyssa says, I'm doing fine, I suppose. That's good. You know? I mean, because sometimes in life, one could be doing bad. Alyssa says, I showed up like a month ago. You know, that may be true. It kind of does take me a long time to where, I mean, yeah, I feel like I've been losing touch lately, and I'm not always like on my best level when it comes to recognizing changes and things. I'm not as observant as I used to be, I guess. Maybe I'm stupider. I'm sorry. Alyssa says, well, to be fair, I don't interact a huge amount. Okay. That's a little bit reassuring to me because I was starting to question my sanity, which is not fun. So, Alyssa, if you cause me to spiral, I'll be thoroughly crossed with you. All right. I'm just saying, if you make me go insane because I can't remember whether or not I've seen you before, there will be hell to pay. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually threatening you. Yes, Sam. I've never gotten that before. Sam with an S. Because it's like Sid, and that's my name. I like that. That's cool. And Sam is a gender neutral name, so it kind of fits with the themes. Why couldn't I remember the word themes? What's wrong with me? Don't ask. But anyway, yes, Sam, you're very intriguing with these words you use. I enjoy words. Sometimes I talk. I'm doing it right now. I love talking. I have a star on my face. I've got a fidget cube. This is my fidget cube. I like to use it to fidget. Um, Words are pretty cool, absolutely. I think I probably talked about that in the last live stream. You know, we can't keep things too repetitious. People will get bored. Um, you ever hmm, let me think. I'm thinking about things. Gosh. Sometimes I think about it would how cool it would be if the sky was a different color. Like what if it was green, or purple, But blue is a nice color. It's not blue right now though. It looks white. It looks white cuz it's raining but the sun's still out. So, I'm the weatherman. I don't know. I'm getting things to show. How are ya? Yeah, Alyssa Chapman says, I feel like it would change the whole vibe. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Because the color of the sky affects the lighting of the whole world. So if it was a different color, the whole world would feel different. Exactly. Mr. Llama says, oftentimes I think about what the sky would look like if it were flashing various colors. I dream about that because I've talked about it on the channel before a few times that I have dreams about the apocalypse. But I guess I haven't had an apocalypse dream in a long time because I haven't been remembering my dreams as much. That's a side effect of a certain thing that shall not be named. But, um, that's unfortunate. But I still occasionally will remember a dream. But none of them have been apocalypse dreams. So, but back when I used to have that recurring apocalypse theming in my dreams, I would often have like there would be flashing in the sky, similar to lightning but with different colors, and it'd be really loud and scary. And there would be like multiple moons or multiple suns or planets in the sky, and everything would be all fucking crazy. I mean, really. I mean, really. Alyssa Chapman says, if it flashed, I would feel awful for people with epilepsy. Me too, man. I don't have epilepsy, but due to certain reasons, I've actually had 3 seizures. Um, I mean, I never went to the hospital for a seizure. I just kind of quietly had them at home and then just walked it off. But I mean, they were seizures. Like I would be standing up. I'd be standing up, or well, I'd be relaxing, sitting 1 minute, and then I would come into my room. Every single time it happened the exact same way. I would come into my room, and then I would stand on my bed, and the shaking would get to be too much, and I would shake and shake and shake and stagger, and I would lose my balance and just kind of convulse on my bed for a few seconds, and like my vision would kind of black out. Like for a few seconds, it's kind of like being knocked out, like you're barely conscious. I mean, I think technically you lose consciousness for about 5 to 20 seconds if you're having a grand mal seizure, and that's what happened to me. So now that's happened to me about 3 times. I've never, like I said, I've never been to the hospital for that, so it wasn't something that like was diagnosed in me. It's just that it's such a distinct feeling, like it when it's happening. It's like nothing else. It's just like a fucking seizure. You're shaking and you feel like this impending doom as well. Like it'll come with like a feeling of impending doom. That's why it's so tough for me when I get anxious, because then when that's also a symptom of heart attacks and panic attacks. So when I'm having a panic attack, that impending doom makes me think I could be having a heart attack or I could be having a seizure, and the seizures have actually happened to me before. So it's terrifying. It's fucking terrifying. It makes me feel like I'm gonna die, and I worry so much about every little nerve sensation in my body. But I'm fine right now. I'm fine right now. Like I haven't felt that way in a long time, but like about half a year ago, or maybe a little less than that, I don't know, I was dealing with that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was really really rough, Alyssa. I yeah, it was. Mr. Llama says, one time I got up too fast and my vision looked like colorful TV static for a few seconds. That just happens to me all the fucking time. I can't. That only happened to you once. That's been happening to me my whole life. I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to compete because you've had some other stuff that didn't ever happen to me. Like, I'm not just trying to play like victim Olympics. I hate to use that term, but you know what I mean. I don't want to come off that way, but I do have like dizzy spells whenever I stand up. I get like fuzzy static vision. I mean, my meds can do that. And stuff, and yeah, like that just but that happened to me ever since childhood. I don't really know why. So I just it's kind of disorienting, but it's also kind of fun. Maybe I'm just crazy. No, I am. I am. Sorry, I am crazy. Do you guys want to see the cool things I got? Do you guys want to see the cool things I got? I got some cool things. This is a little snail box. I made this. It's a snail box. It's like a mailbox, but a snail. Um. Yeah, I made this. Hello, Wacko. Wacko's here. Wacko wasn't talking before. I don't know this one. This Wacko. Hello, Wacko. Yeah, this is a snail box. Snail box. It doesn't fit so very neatly, but you know. Alyssa says that the snail box is gorgeous. Thank you. I made it. I made that in high school. I graduated last year, and this is something that I kept. I think this was nice. I made this in pottery class, in sculpting class. It was enjoyable. I liked that class. But Wacko says that's so cool. Thank you, Wacko. Thank you. I was a bad kid in high school, man. I really was. I really was. Like, I loved the teacher whose class this was. I loved her. She was a nice teacher, and she was very lenient and chill and cool, as they say. Like, she would kind of just let you hang out and do whatever you wanted, and you'd still get a good grade. But I still liked to participate in class because she taught art and she taught sculpting, and I enjoyed those classes because I like creative endeavors and such. But in the middle of high school, maybe in like 10th grade, I started getting into drugs, and I stole some pills from her because she had this little secret room in the back of class, and I went back there and I found these little pills that, like, I knew they can make your eyes dilate or maybe constrict. It's one or the other, but they do things to your eyes. Oh, Wacko, you're going into 10th. This is going to happen to you, Wacko. You're going to be like me. You're going to turn into this. Ah. That's what happens when you go into 10th grade. You come out after 12th grade and you've transformed into this. Those years. Those years, they change you. Oh boy. I'm just messing with you though. You could become a normal person. But you ain't right now. You'll never be normal, Wacko. Your name is Wacko. You're gonna be like me. I think so, maybe. Who knows? Wacko wants to be normal. Good luck. You'll never be normal. You're gonna be weird. Mr. Llama says, most of my university friends and I graduated in 2023. One of my friends told me that for our graduation, they were outside in the pouring rain. Oh, that's sad. I didn't go to my graduation in high school, and as a result, I don't have my physical diploma. But I guarantee you that I did graduate. My grades were passing. I know they were, and my mom called the school and confirmed that I did in fact graduate. So I have graduated from high school. I didn't fail high school. I graduated from high school. But I do not have a physical diploma. But everyone tells me I don't need one. Everyone says, no one asks for your diploma. No one wants your diploma. You don't gotta worry about that. No one's gonna care. You went to high school. You went to high school. And I'm like, yeah, I went to high school. I went to high school. So I just don't worry about it. Mr. Llama said, oh, I already read that one. And then Wacko says, no, I don't want to be normal. Being normal would be lame. Well, that's what I'm saying, Wacko. You gotta be a Wacko. You gotta live up to your namesake and really just let it all loose. Let it hang out. Let it, like, surge and splash and like kind of sort of like unfurl, and like it's sort of got like there's like veins, and it's got eyes. I don't really know, but you gotta do that, man. I'm telling you. Because once you've gotten to that point, then you can really start rocking. Do you know anything about rocking? It's very fun. I'm surrounded by my dad's music equipment. You know, I was complaining a lot about how I have to deal with this stuff in my room, but you know, it does make for pretty good background imagery. I mean, I look like I live in filth, and I do, more or less. I mean, not really. I keep my bed clean. I keep my clothes clean. I keep my body clean. I brush my teeth. You know, I'm actually more hygienic than people think. But, like, the room itself is kind of sludgy. The room itself is a little sludgy. I will grant you that. Um, but anyway, like I used to complain about the equipment, you know, and thinking like, oh, it takes up so much space that I wish I could use for my own stuff, and that's still true. It is inconvenient. It is. But it does make for really cool imagery in my room. It makes me look like I know how to play music. I don't. I don't know how to play music. I don't know how to do anything. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, right. Don't do that. You know what? That's too sad. That's too sad. Stop singing. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna read these words now. Wacko says, I know a lot of people my age are self conscious and conformist, but no, I'm not falling into that trap. Wacko says, rocking. Alyssa Chapman says, stones. Wacko says, don't you like glitter punk or something like that? And Alyssa Chapman says, you seem to know how to be decently yourself enough. Well, thank you, everyone. Yes, 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 indeed, indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, absolutely. Um, you know, well, I am glitter punk. Yes, Wacko. I made that one. I made that one. I made glitter punk. I did. I invented it, but not really. I mean, it's like it's very much a derivative kind of subculture. I think it's just that I don't think anyone else called it glitter punk. You know what I mean? Like I just came up with the name, but it's not like I invented it really. You know what I mean? Wacko says, I love music, but I cannot play anything. Um, yeah, me too. I am exactly the same way. Like when I tell people I'm a music nerd, they assume that like I like all these bands and I'm like knowledgeable about music, and that's true. But they also assume I know how to play a damn thing, and I don't. I don't know how to play a damn thing. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Play a damn thing? Oh, I don't know how. Sorry, I don't know how. So, I'm gonna show you something else. All right, I've got this. This is an orange trash bucket. This is the trash pack. This is some toys I used to play with as a little pipsqueak. I like to play with gross toys like this sometimes. I thought they were funny, so I got these little gross little guys. This looks to be some kind of alien. I fucking love aliens. Listen to me, mark my words. Heed my warning, you little fucking slurnch. You slurnch. Slurnch. And I'm sorry I had to go there, but it had to happen, you know? Um, I love aliens so much. They make me so happy. I love space. It's so cool. Yay. Yay. All right, so just keep that in mind. Alyssa Chapman says, I've only ever met music nerds who don't play music. And Wacko says, slurnge. That's not how it is. It's slurnch with a CH, not with the G. There's this guy. He's got three eyes and he's orange. Or no, wait, he's green. Sorry. I'm not colorblind. I just said the wrong word. Sometimes I'm just stupid. I'm not colorblind, alright? My dad's cackling in the background, but I don't think he's watching my video. Last time he was watching my video, and that was a surprise, but I think he's laughing at something else. It doesn't really matter either way. I'm just like, you know, I gotta keep aware, you know what I mean? You gotta be aware of your surroundings. Oh, look up, look down, look left, look right, look within. And that's what you got to do. See, that's a mindfulness exercise. Look up, look down, look left, look right, look within. I came up with that in a state of lunacy, and it's actually, I don't know, sometimes I do that when I want to. It's like weird. I don't really know why I do what I do. I think I just don't know. Um, Green guy, he's got three eyes. He's got a funny mouth. Oh, my dear, what are you doing here, deep down in the south? I sang him a little song. It wasn't a song. It was a more of a poem. YouTube emojis suck. Well, Wacko, the thing about YouTube emojis is that when they originally came out, that was when I had one of my most major psychotic breaks, and that was part of why I thought that YouTube was spying on me and communicating with me, because like little anomalous changes in the platform would make me think it was like communicating with me in some way, because it would just stick out in my mind, you know. So that really that was strange, and that kind of reminds me of it. But I don't know, it was strange and magical, but also horrifying in other ways. Sometimes you just go into other worlds. Well, that's how I live. I live a strange life. But I'm okay right now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm coherent. I'm just like, I'm kind of, you ever get just kind of beat down by like the way that things are? Anyway, here's a pig. He's really gross. He's a fucking disgusting guy. He's got a mohawk. That's kind of cool. He's a fucking huge, like, slobbery, sleeve slobe. He's a slimbly guy. Slumbly, squimbly, diddly dong doo, darn, diddly dong. That's like how banjos sound. I heard someone say that banjos sound like a guitar with a southern accent, and I thought, yeah, that is how they sound. That is how they sound. I intentionally changed my accent to not be southern sounding when I was growing up, because I like kind of was prejudiced against it. I had internalized classism, to be honest. Like, I wanted to sound more proper. I didn't want to sound low class. So that's a little secret about me. I'm really lame. I'm actually a complete poser in every fucking way. I'm the fakest bitch you will ever meet. I am absolutely nothing. There is no soul within me. I am cold and inhuman. I am a freak. I am a liar. I am a fake. Anyway, Narkish says, "What's up? What's up, Narkish?" Wacko says, "Living your best life." Yes, I am. All that shit that I said earlier, that was a joke, probably. Wink. Yeah, no, it was actually. I'm a normal person. Um, Alyssa Chapman says, "So mean to him." I know. I'm really sorry to the pig boy. I'm sorry, pig boy. I don't think that you're a disgusting guy. I was the disgusting guy the whole time. You see, there was a sort of tension with me and you, pig boy. You see, because I'm actually madly in love with you. Kiss, kiss. But I don't love you as much as the alien. All right, you know. I mean, and in fact, I'm actually in love with all of them. These are like, they're sort of like little. No, this is weird. This is too weird. I'm freaked out. I'm creeped out. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. You know, it all keeps adding up. You know, yeah, it's a Green Day. Green Day. Wacko says acoustic guitars are originally from Spain. I know that, Wacko. I was aware of that. You know, I'm a rock fan. I know about guitars. I don't know, like, how to play one. Like I said, I don't know how to play anything, but I do know about guitars. I know that they're from Spain. I think that's cool. I like history. I'm a bit interested in history. That's one of my interests, you know? I like history. Um, Narkish says hair looks great. Well, thank you very much. As a fake bitch, I have to keep up appearances. No, I'm a real bitch. I'm a real bitch. I am genuine. I'm a sincere person. I'm pretty sure. But sometimes I'm like, what if no, cuz see the thing is I went through my notebooks recently in order to check and see if I'm the same person that I always was, because I kind of dissociate a little bit sometimes, and I'm like, am I still me? I don't know, you know? So I went to my notebooks to check, and like I recognized my personality through all of the writings and the drawings, the art that I used to do. I could tell that that was the same person that I am now. Like I recognized the similarities in my personality. And I have to do little checks like that in order to keep myself together, and it's kind of weird to like deal with that kind of thing. Anyway, that's my response to the compliment hair looks great. Thank you Narkish. I'm very appreciative of your comment. um, so there's this taco guy. He's kind of gross looking. He's got, filth on him. He's a filthy, sort of like moldy taco. He's a disgusting little guy. Mold on him. Yes. He's got a saggy eye. His eye sags. It's not a lemon, it's a taco. Hell yeah, lemon. Wacko says lemon. Narkish says hell yeah. Wacko says lemon. Wacko, it's not a lemon. Alyssa Chapman says he's shaped like cactus but yellow. He's a taco. Guys, it's not it is a taco. It's not. It's not a cactus. It's not a lemon. It's a taco. So you know what I mean? Like, because you got to keep your cool at the end of the day. So you got to keep your cool. See, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep your cool. See, you got to, you know what I mean? Because, like, when it comes down to it, what you got to understand is you got to keep your cool, motherfucker. You got to, you understand? See, that's what it's all about. And you guys keep telling me about lemons. I thought that I might hypnotize you with a bit of rambling. That was what that was just now. I was just, trying to, like I said, this is an experimental live, so I might try to hypnotize you with ramblings, but that's only because I know what's best for you. So, I am your overlord. I am like Big Brother in 1984. It's just, I've sort of appeared in your homes, spying on you. It's okay. I don't mind. If I don't mind, then who cares? I'm evil. People keep saying things about lemons. They keep talking about lemons. Stop saying it's a lemon. It's not a lemon. You're all evil. I'm going to show another one now. So this is a sort of gerbil looking guy, and he looks like he's got rabies or maybe vomit just coming out of his mouth. I don't really know. He's just kind of gross. They're all gross. That's the thing about them. They live in the trash, I think that's the kind of sound he would make, I also make sounds like that sometimes. I like to make sounds. I really do. I really do. I really do. I enjoy making sounds. I enjoy doing things. It's really fun to me, okay? I've been weird all my life. I really have. My whole life I've been weird. It's like I actually get weirder over time. Like I didn't get more normal. It's just like the weirdness kept going. It kept chugging along. It really did. Wacko says, you should subliminally flash images that only last 10 milliseconds. I can't do that. I don't have the technology. Narkish says, lemon propaganda. I don't want that. I don't want lemon propaganda. Get that shit out of here, even though I do like lemons. They are tasty, yummy. Yum, yum. I like to eat them. I like to eat them by themselves. I'm hardcore and such. Alyssa Chapman says, wonderful trash children. Yes, I know. Thank you. Narkish says, it's boring not being weird. I know what you mean, Narkish. It certainly is. This one's kind of fucking cool. This is a chair. This is just a chair. It's just a big old chair. It's just a recliner. It's got, like, busted up pieces, and it's got a remote sticking on it. I think that one's neat. Really weird. Really strange. This is a bug. This is an orange. No, fuck, why do I keep saying orange? It's not orange. There's no orange on it. It's red and purple. It's red and purple. I'm just losing my goddamn mind. It's red and purple, okay? Little fucking creature. Very cute. Very cute. This one's a fly. This is a fly. This is a fly. This is like a fly, but it doesn't have any wings, so I don't really know what it is. It's like an insect, but it doesn't have any wings. I don't know what the fuck it is. Orange. It's not orange! I fucked up! Wait. Oh, that's like when Eminem called Donald Trump orange. That was in his awfully hot coffee pot era. Everything's crazy. Everything's fucking crazy. I love music. I love music. I love everything. I love my life. This is a raccoon. He's like really cool. I think this is one of the coolest ones. He's in Mardi Gras colors as well. He's green and yellow and purple. And even though that is the New Orleans Mardi Gras colors technically, like in traditional terms, the original Mardi Gras colors did not include green. It was just purple and gold or yellow, but not green. And then New Orleans came and added that. But if I'm being honest, I think this color scheme is very pretty when it includes the green. I think it's beautiful, but that's just me. And the green does make it less compatible if you want to do some subtle pride kind of stuff, because sometimes you can kind of look like the non-binary flag if you want to do that. Like that's the kind of thing. It's like it kind of resembles it, but the green, it kind of throws it off. So I don't know. But I don't really care about that. I just think these colors are really beautiful, and that matters to me as well. Do you guys know this? Like, the reason why I wear so much pride is because part of it is just like, because fuck it, that's awesome and fun and cool and punk. But also because I just really like a bright color. I think they're so beautiful. They really lift me up. I look at them and I think, oh, yes, certainly. That's a very nice color. I think, oh, yes. You really ought to be so very pretty like that. I really like that. That's very nice. I say yippee, I say yay, I say squeak, I say yeah. This is a television. This is a broken television. This is one of my favorite ones as well. He's sort of sad looking, but that's okay because I would kiss him and hug him and he would, be happy again, and I would just be so very nice to him and, give him a little hug and just, he would be okay. And he would be okay, and I'd give him a little snack. Feed him a little snack. I don't know what televisions eat, but I guess they eat electricity. So yeah. It's just like a little guy. And that's all the guys. That's all the guys. That's all the guys. That's all my little trash packs. I just thought I would show you guys that because I found those while I was cleaning my room recently. And that's always fun, It's fun to find old stuff from years ago. It's very nostalgic. I enjoy nostalgia. Mr. Llama says, one time my parents threw something away, and then when they checked the trash later, my parents found fly larvae everywhere. That horrifies me because I've got a fear of maggots. I have a fear of maggots. I shouldn't even share that on the internet because people could torture me that way. They really could. I don't know if I want to talk about it, honestly. That's kind of worrying. I get like a reaction when I see maggots. It makes my scalp crawl. It makes my scalp crawl every single time. When I see crawling insects, my scalp tingles like it's uncomfortable. I don't like this reaction. It's like it's not like a nice thing. It's like a weird involuntary reaction that I don't like. I hate maggots. They disgust me. I mean, I feel bad for them at the same time because they're just little babies. They're just little baby flies, and they didn't really do anything to hurt me. Like, in the grand scheme of things, they're not evil, They're just, like, neutral creatures that just want to live. And it's like, I don't know. I think very deeply about this kind of stuff. I really do. But anyway, I just find them horrifying. And when they move, it just hurts me, and it, like, sends shivers down my spine when I see them moving. It's terrifying to me. You guys say that they're like evil worms but evil. They're not truly evil. They're just little babies. They can't help it, But I don't know, man. Nothing matters. Nothing fucking matters anyway. We're all gonna die. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. We're all just here just to die. Life is just to die. But anyone who ever had a heart, they turn around and break it. Okay, all right. Velvet Underground. Okay, thank you. All right, certainly. If you like making sounds, maybe doing voice acting for cartoons or something could be fun for you. Tasp says that. Okay, Tasp, well, I would enjoy that. That would be really fun. But the thing is, like, I want to change my voice. I mean, I think my voice is interesting as it is, but I don't want to have this same voice forever, Like, I want to have a deeper voice one day when I go on T, because I want to go on T. And, I think that would kind of interfere with it a little bit. If I had a different voice when I started out and then later on, it changed, then maybe I would be out of the job because I wouldn't be able to do the same things anymore. It would be too risky. And I also just think that getting a job as a voice actor is kind of difficult. Like, I just don't think I would be having an easy time with that. You know what I mean? Like, I have to just get a regular job, I think. I don't see myself being a very successful voice actor. I think that's kind of a pipe dream. Um, Mr. Llama 101 says, my parents also fear maggots. That's too bad, man. They're scary. They're scary. It's a bone chilling kind of experience for me. It really messes with me. And sometimes, I just hate to be reminded of them. Tasp says, I know people who microdose tea, but you gotta be careful with that. What with the permanent changes? Well, Tasp, I want permanent changes in some capacity because I mean, I may have like a fluid identity, but I do also desire permanent androgyny because I'm 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 basically always trying to be androgynous on some level, but just a little bit just different from day to day. But like, yeah, I do want to have permanent changes. So Alyssa Chapman says hormones are so cool. I need those. Alyssa, you should. I mean, if you can do it, if that's an option for you, then I think you should. I think that it would be wonderful. Uh, you know, that's something that you should pursue. It's something I'm gonna have when I get money and set it up and everything. I don't know. That would be a very daunting kind of change, but I do also very eagerly want that. So it's like, but that's something I can't do at the moment because I don't have a job yet. I'm still job searching. I just called and got a like an interview at Fusakli's, so that'll happen tomorrow. But anyway, Wacko says the permanent changes are the point. Gra, yeah, Wacko, yeah, you get it, man. Like, you understand. I do want permanent changes. I'm not avoiding that. Um, but yeah, I guess you know, it's not always obvious to some people because I don't know. I'm mysterious. Oh, I'm so mysterious. What's my deal? What am I doing? Wee woo, squee squaw. Tasp says, you are your body and your body is yours alone. People should do with it what makes them happy without being judged. Thank you, Tasp. Thank you, Tasp. I think that's very true and very, very, very thoughtful. I appreciate it because some people they like, they are not as kind and not as understanding. They're like, you're gonna cause permanent damage and you're gonna, ruin your life and you're not gonna have any kind of future. And I just think, no, like, I know other people who have transitioned and they have jobs and they have, partners and they have lives, they have hobbies, they live like anybody else and they're just quiet normal people. They'll just do whatever they want. They'll go on social media, they'll go out into the grocery store, they'll knit a sweater, they'll do whatever. They're like normal fucking people with lives and jobs. you know I stress jobs because I think it's like some people can't imagine a trans person living a public life like anybody else, but they do, and it's fine. And even here in the South where it's hard, it's still possible. And that's why I'm trying, because I have a chance. And I'm very lucky to say that, because I mean, it is still challenging, but the reality is that you can make it. It's possible, and you shouldn't give up. You should try, try and reach for what you want. You know what I mean? I've known people who can get hired at places and make their own money that they can use to pay for their transition and continue working and just make it to adulthood and be independent like anybody else. It's possible. It can be done. I don't know if I'll ever be fully independent. Like, I hope so. I would like to have my own place someday, but I guess it's just different for everybody. But I would like that one day if I could. We'll just have to see. Life is a little bit unpredictable for me. Wacko says, normalize trans lives, rah! I know, Wacko. For real, we are pretty normal at the end of the day. Like, you know, I'm kind of a wacky person, like, just as my personality, and that's always been true for me. I'm gonna get some water. My throat's kind of dry. I have to pat my mouth because I have lipstick and I don't want it to come off. I'm using my blanket. Don't judge me. It's fine. Whatever. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. What was I saying? I have no idea. Was I talking? I can't remember. Was I saying something, guys? Can you actually tell me? I was saying some shit. Whatever. I want to do my makeup again. Like, I have to put the lipstick back on. It came off. Mr. Llama says, same, don't be afraid to be yourself. Alyssa Chapman says, I spaced out. We all did, I think. But that's alright, man. You know, I love space. I live there. I'm from there. This is my palette. My sister got me this for Christmas, last Christmas. It's pretty beautiful. It's got all these little sparkles and colors, you know, things I enjoy. Okay, I'm done. It's just a small change, but I don't know. I have this kind of like attention to detail kind of mindset. So I'm very fixated on little small details and shit. Rah, love is love, says Wacko. Amazing, says Wacko. Alyssa Chapman says, so swift and graceful. So swift, so graceful. Are you talking about me and the way that I move? Is it really swift and graceful? I feel like it's not. I feel like I'm clumsy. I feel like I'm an awkward, clumsy person. I drop things all the time. Like, when I went out to go to some job interviews recently out in the world, I kept dropping pens. I kept dropping pens and dropping papers, things I was holding, because I don't know why. I'm just so stupid and I fuck things up all the time and I'm gonna die. Bashing my head against the wall. Bashing my head against the wall. Bashing my head against the wall. Screaming, 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 screaming. Alyssa Chapman says, it's the most swift and the mediumist graceful. Thank you. That'll work. I can do with that. Wacko says, Nar, you're gonna live a long life. Okay, fine, I'll live a long life since you're gonna say Nar. Since you're gonna go there. I like this. It's got a jangly kind of aspect. Do you like a jangly little aspect? How do you feel about a jangly aspect? Do you like those? Do you? Mr. Llama says, one time I was walking and carrying a bowl of oatmeal, and then I dropped it, and the bowl did a flip, and the oatmeal landed behind the bowl. Weird. And then Alyssa Chapman says, trick shot. And then Wacko says, trick shot. And then Sydney says, trick shot. Trick shot! That's funny. That's funny. That's a very funny thing to say. That's... Yeah, I think I've had things like that happen to me before. Like, I've been very clumsy and dropped things, and it's been comical. But it wasn't comical. I was pissed off. It's like the universe was playing a prank on me. And I just... I seethe, I seethe, I seethe, I scream, I die, I die, I die. Do you know what it's like? Do you? Do you? You don't, you don't, you don't, you don't. Alyssa Chapman says, I've shattered a comical amount of phone screens. I'm not too bad at that. I mean, I sometimes get a little crack, you know, but I've never shattered them too bad. I always have good phone cases. I always make sure to have a good phone case. So I think that's what keeps me safe. Because I do drop my phone from time to time, but it just never shatters. I'm lucky, I guess. Mr. Llama says, similarly, I saw a group of people and one of them dropped their plate of food on the floor, and then later the group was all laughing uncontrollably. Alyssa Chapman says, they're slippery little guys and I cannot hold objects for shit. I hate dropping things. I just hate dropping things. I hate dropping things. I'm so fucking sensitive to, like, the feeling of failure. I can't drop a thing because, like, you know, when I was a kid, my mom would get mad at me if I dropped something, and it's like I just hate it when I drop things now. Like, it should never happen, you know? I just never should. But I'm always clumsy. I've always been clumsy, you know? I don't know why. I just have a sort of issues with that. I'm always like that, and I feel very uncoordinated all the time. And I mean, I used to fall down the stairs all the time. I've always been a bit fucked up. Wacko is clumsy too. It's okay, Wacko. You can be clumsy with me. It's fine. I don't mind. We can be little clumsy guys. It's fine. I'm gonna put on my glasses. You ever like to see with your eyes? I can see! Yay! There's flies in my room. Do you guys think that's disgusting? Do you hate me? Do you wish I was dead? Do you wish I was dead? You don't wish I was dead. I'm sorry I say things like that. I just kind of space out and say the dark things. They come to the surface. Why do I look so fucking emo all the time? I'm not emo. I'm not. I'm not emo. I'm not an emo. Please don't emo me. I'm not an emo. Don't say I'm an emo. I'll be upset. Yeah, nobody says that they want me to die. Guys, I'm sorry that I said that. I actually am. I don't know why I do things like that. Alyssa Chapman says you couldn't be emo, you have colors. Yeah, that's why somebody said I was seen. Somebody said I was seen. That person who I met at Pride, the one that I thought was like closer to my age, like it was kind of a mutual misunderstanding but in different ways, because I thought that they were younger and they thought that I was seen, and both of those things are equally disgraceful. Misidentifying someone's age, disgraceful. Misidentifying what someone's subculture is that they represent and are a part of, disgraceful. And also misgendering someone, disgraceful. All things disgraceful. You gotta understand that I don't like disgrace. I like glory and like reputation. I like status and acclaim. Okay? I am greedy. I am a soulless corporate conglomerate of YouTube. I am an industry plant. I am a mannequin. I'm simply not alive. I have no soul. Okay? I'm working for the man. I am a poser. Yes, 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 yes. So that's my response to you couldn't be emo, you have colors. Sometimes you gotta troll a little bit. Sometimes I just like to troll. I like to troll. Because people always accuse me of being a poser so much. And I'm not a poser. Like, I actually love so many punk bands. And not just punk bands. Obviously, I listen to other types of music because why not? You know, why not? That would be stupid if I just listened to one type of genre. That would be so boring to just do one thing forever. But like, I love punk a lot, and I listen to punk music a lot, and yeah, I don't know. But some people are very much like purists. They just want like very, very uniform type punk. They're very uncreative. It depresses me. It makes me say, "Wow, sad." Alyssa Chapman says, "Clearly, you've gained quite an amount of glory with your sway amongst the masses. I suppose you're right. It's very confusing to me. I really don't understand it. In my head, I kind of still feel like a loser because I don't know. I'm just used to feeling like a loser. But it is true that I am kind of cool now. No, I'm just kidding. I was cool before this. I had confidence. I had a certain level of confidence. I have. This isn't really different. Like I've always had a certain level of confidence that's kept me together. But now that I'm in the public eye, it's like, I mean, I'm not the public eye. Fuck's sake, fuck's sake. I've only got like a little over 1,000 subscribers. I don't know why I'm talking like that. But like, I don't know, man. I do feel like I'm seen by more people than I ever have been in my life. And that's still a very interesting sensation, and that is real. And it's kind of beautiful. I kind of love it, and I kind of hate it sometimes because it's scary, and there are times where people are not so very nice. Um, yeah. So but it's worth it. I mean, there were times where I was like, gosh, do I want to quit? Do I want to quit? Because I would just get so in my head and so nervous and afraid that I wouldn't be able to keep up with the way things are going, and I wouldn't be able to keep up the momentum, and I would be burnt out, and I would have just rock bottom self esteem because of the internet. But it's just that I don't know. That could be real. That could happen, but it's just that those worries kind of subsided, and I just was like, I really love my channel and I would miss it, and it's something I've worked towards, and I can keep it up. I've been doing good so far. I just, I don't have to worry so much. But anyway, Lucid Nightmares says, "What's up, Sid? Hi, Lucid Nightmares. I am Sid. This is my channel. I know you. You come to my channel often. Hello, hello. How are you today?" Alyssa Chapman says, "Isn't that kind of the opposite of what punk is about?" Yeah, in reference to like everything being the same all the time. Exactly. Yeah, that is the opposite of what punk is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be, a very independent, very like creatively driven kind of thing. Like you're not supposed to be a follower. It's not like that. It's very much against what punk is supposed to be about. I think sometimes people lose the spirit, It's disappointing to me, but it's okay because some people totally get it. I have met punks that actually get it, and those ones are my friends, and I like them. Anthony is a punk, among other things. Anthony is also an emo and a goth and a metalhead. So yeah, but also a punk. So it's they're kind of like me, where we have multiple different things that we kind of switch around. Anyway, Lucid Nightmare says, "Hello, back to you." Hello, yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? Greetings, man. Yeah. Oh, um, Alyssa Chapman says, "E Monkoth head." I don't know what that means. I really don't understand what that means. I'm so sorry, but what is that word? And then Corey Minnick says, "Hey Sid." Well, hello there, Corey Minnick, McCormick Spicy Nick. CM, MCCM. How are you today? I'm doing pretty well. I'm in my house. Corey Minnick says, "Spicy." Yes, you're a spice. I like those. Alyssa Chapman says, "It's a fusion of the many mentioned subcultures." Yes, some people can just fuse their different subcultures together. It's very magical. Corey Minnick says, "Good, glad you're doing well." Yes, I'm doing well. I am indeed. Sometimes I say concerning things, but uh I just I kind of have this tendency to trauma dump even when I'm in a good mood. So, for anyone watching at home from your sets, um I'm sorry if I ever come off as kind of off or kind of unnerving because I just kind of don't always read the room and I can say like concerning things and it's not necessarily that I'm trying to upset people or that I'm even in a distressed state. I just kind of like have a detachment and I'm just able to say whatever's on my mind and I don't really have enough of a filter. I don't really have much of a filter. So to all of you fine people at home watching from your sets, I do apologize for. Well, Corey Minnick says, never apologize for being you. I appreciate that, Corey, but I just don't want people to get scared for my safety because you weren't here earlier when I was saying, certain dark kind of things, and people will be like, "Oh no, is Sid okay?" And because I'm not always in a good way, so that's understood on the channel, man. So I don't know. It's a sort of gray area, and I just want everyone to be okay. I want everyone to be happy, and I'm pretty happy. I'm in a pretty good way right now. I've been having more fun with my appearance, feeling feeling pretty good. I gotta drink some water again. Maybe I'll just not worry about my lip gloss. I just won't worry about it. Who cares? Who cares at the end of the day? Nothing even matters. You know that? See, this is what I'm talking about. But that's just something I say all the time. That's just like a catchphrase for me. I don't really know. I just say nihilistic stuff on the regular. Corey Minnick, you know what? How are you? Wait, I already asked. You're pretty good. You're fine. Um, I have to like do the thing. I have to pat my mouth. It's like for some reason this is just funny to me. This is so dainty. Oh, my dad's gonna play guitar. You guys want to hear my dad play guitar? He's got a drum machine too. It's embarrassing because it's kind of like my dad is cooler than me. It's fucked up. It's like in terms of coolness credit, I'm kind of like a nepo baby of coolness. You know what I mean? I may not have literal currency, but in terms of social currency, I am a nepo baby. You know what I mean? Like I can think in that 4D chess kind of mindset, but it is still in the end self-defeating. So, I can never truly win. Woe is me, crying, crying, crying. Um, Mr. Llama says my overall aesthetic, it's complicated. I understand, Mr. Llama. That's cool, honestly. I think it's cool when people can mix it up. Really just do this and that. Get you a somebody who can do all kinds of somethings, as they say. They say that. They say that. Just trust me on it. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Just shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shh. And then Alyssa Chapman says, "Yo, free concert." Yes, I know. My dad is playing guitar. He was in punk bands. He was in punk bands when before I was born. Um, and he still likes to play. He still likes to play guitar and stuff. Sometimes it's nice. I think this is kind of cool ambiance. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice. Yeah, a little bit of ambiance guitar in the background doesn't bother me. And then other times I'm really pissed off because I'm like, I'm trying to sleep. Because I sleep at all odd hours of the day. It's not in anybody's control. I am like, well, I'm a mess, really. Um, Frankie Pede says, hi. Hello, Frankie Pede. How are you today? How are you today? I'm doing quite well. I'm just in my house. I'm in my house. This is where I live. This is my house. This is where I live. My dad's playing guitar in the background, so that's going on as well. There's flies. There's flies in my house. You know what? They're my pets. They're my fucking pets. It adds to the vibes. Vibe flies. Flibes. Fucking flibes, dude. Flibes. 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 Ha ha ha. Get fucking wrecked, man. Yeah. Get absolutely pwned and demolished. Yes. Done. Done now. Anyway, Frankie Pete says, I am fine, currently in biology on the last day of school, so it's just a movie in class. That's awesome. That's always a great day, isn't it? Very easy, very relaxing. I would have spent that day doing things I shouldn't, you know? But you should stay safe, Frankie Pete. Alyssa Chapman says, Fly Farmer Sid confirmed. Oh yes, I'm a fly farmer. Corey Minnick sends a little crying, laughing emoji. I see. Oh, I see what you've done, Corey Minnick. You little, you little saucy one, you little spicy one, you little creature of such sass, of such snark, with your personality. Bonk, no personality. Get it out. You don't get to have a personality. Bonk. You don't get to have a sense of humor. You don't get to be funny. Bonk. You don't get to have any characteristics. You have to be a normal guy. Bonk. No, shut up, fuck off. Okay, you're so silly, Corey Minnick. You know what? I'm not actually mad at you, man. I got overwhelmed. I'm alright. You know what? But I said some words at you, Corey. I certainly did. There were many words said, such as fuck off and saucy. You know, I certainly do have a way with words, and they're very intense. Yes, indeed. But you know, Corey, you're a treasured one, really. Indeed, you are. I always like it when you come around on the channel. I've always found you very charming. This is true. Your personality is real. I've perceived it with my mind. With my mind I have. My strange, unpredictable mind. I know that you're a cool guy. I like you. I think you're all right. I do. I think you're fun. You're cool, and every time you come around, I think, that's my friend Corey. Corey Minnick says, I try to put positivity out. You do. You put positivity out. Sometimes, well, anyway, yes, indeed, you certainly do. You're very much an enjoyable creature. You're very much an enjoyable creature to me. I find you an absolute delight. You know that? I like everybody who shows up on the channel. I think everyone's very fun. I'm sorry that I yelled. I got kind of overwhelmed and I said weird shit. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I worry that I'm getting Tourette's, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think I just have, it's that no filter kind of thing, you know? I think I just have no filter and I have a kind of edgy kind of personality. So, I don't know, but I find it embarrassing. Like, I want to have more refinement. I really do. I don't want to be so, like, edgy and tasteless. So that's why I'm so embarrassed about it. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta have some kind of humanity in me, you know? I gotta have some kind of humanity, or else how will I be approached? People say I'm intimidating and they can't approach me. And I think that's crazy, because I just think I'm a silly little guy. I think I'm just a silly little guy. But people find me scary. But Corey, you put out positivity. See, I'll never be as good as you, Corey. That's the thing about it, Corey, is that you're better than me. See, all of the thing that makes me want to delete my channel is that everybody who likes me is better than me. Every single one of you. I see you every day. Amazing, stunning people. You always have something nice to say. You always do something good. You know, you're sweet to each other. You come together as a community. I love everybody who comes into my Discord. I love everybody who talks to me in my comments, and everybody who subscribes to me. And all of you guys are better than me, and that makes me sick. All of you make me sick, and I'll kill you. So just take that into consideration, alright? You little freaks. What do you have to say to that, chat? Sometimes I go on sort of speeches. Alyssa Chapman says conflicting messaging, but okay. I know, it's a sort of strange thing. There's many ideas sort of conflicting at once. Is it not easy to understand? It's like jealousy, you know? I feel jealous of everybody because I respect you guys, but I get bitter about it. You know what I mean? I will absorb your goodness from you. I will take your goodness and steal it from me. Frankie Pede says, it's okay to act a little bit silly. I act like that when I'm alone. Okay, Frankie Pede. I see you. You little mischievous one with your little smirking cat emoji. That's very fun. That's very nice. I've not actually had many social interactions in a long time, so I don't actually know. I mean, I interact with my family and stuff, but it's like the way that we interact is like unique to us. Like, obviously, anything that we do in here, it's just like, who cares? But in my regular life, well, I don't really have a social life outside of this house, so I don't really know how normal or weird I am at any given moment. Like, I've lost touch, and I don't know how to socialize anymore. I'm living like I'm in the pandemic still, but I'm not. But it's like I'm in quarantine, you know? And that's why it's been so tough. That's why it's been so depressing. But anyway, that's my response to it's okay to act a little bit silly. I act like that when I'm alone, smirking cat emoji. My sister just came home. She probably got us groceries and stuff. It's always nice when she comes home. I like to hang out with her. I just want you guys to know that I actually really do like you, and I'm not resentful towards my subscribers. I just have a funny way of expressing my appreciation. You know, sometimes I can be very intense with my emotions. Frankie Pete says, I understand that feeling. I was homeschooled for 5 years, and it sucks a bit to not socialize. But if it works for you, then it works. It doesn't work for me, though, Frankie Pete. Like, I mean, I'm trying to get a job so that I can have access to a wider social net or money that I could use to access more social environments. Like, I don't know where exactly, but I would just go to more places and shit, you know. I would figure it out. But, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, the isolation isn't good for me. It's actually not enjoyable, you know? I miss back when I could go to places with people, but that's the thing. Like, recently I've been a little bit better because I went to the Pride events and I had some friends that I was hanging out with. So that's why it's been a little bit better for me, and I've been like kind of more excited and more happy recently. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm sorry. I hope that, you know? The chat isn't moving. Are you guys still here? There's 6 people here now. I just feel like something who's got no manners, really. I think just not socializing has taken away my manners. I'm just too excitable, you know? I'm too excitable, easily stirred. They've been feeding me too much meat. Corey Minnick says hi. Alyssa Chapman says I'm still here. Mr. Llama says still here. Frankie Pete says yummy meat. Yeah, it's like that was a little reference to Oliver, the musical movie Oliver, the one from 1968. Because that's a movie that I really like. And it's like there was a scene where like Oliver was trying to escape from his new adopted family because they were treating him badly and they were abusive to him. So he tries to get away and escape, and he's acting out and stuff because he's a scared little kid. And like they attribute his acting out behavior to like him eating too much like real food, like meat, you know, like something with real substance, because before that he was in the workhouse and he was eating gruel. Gruel is just slop. You gotta understand, that's so sad. That's such a sad thing for a child to go through. I really like Charles Dickens. So that's what I was referencing, but you guys didn't even know it was a reference, because you don't even know about me, see? You don't know a damn thing about me, man. I got little secrets. Oh, yes. Have I? Oh, perhaps. Oh, I'm a very mysterious sword. Zip zap, snip snap. Alyssa Chapman says, so many levels. So many levels of what? I don't know what you're talking about. Of depth, Alyssa Chapman says. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, I suppose you're right. There's depth. There's, like, meanings. There's things. There's this little snail. I'm a silly sauced individual. I'm overflowing with the silly sauce, jazzed out of my mind on a ricochet type wavelength. Now I know you're catching what I'm putting down. Can you talk like that? I can talk like that all diddly darn day long, motherfucker. Oh yes, certainly. Absolutely. Fantastic. Certainly. That's like a vocal stim that I've started doing. Absolutely. Fantastic. Certainly. So, like, that's why I think I could be a voice actor, but, like, you know, I won't be able to reach those high notes my whole life, and that's, like, something that I want. But it's, like, while I can, it's kind of fun to play with it. I just like to take my vocal cords wherever they can go. But it makes my throat dry out like this. Anyway, Frankie Pete says, okay, school's ending, so I'm gonna go. If you're still live when I'm home, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, bye, Frankie Pete. I don't know if I'll still be live. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm really enjoying this for the most part. I'm a little bit nervous because I have a lot of self-consciousness about myself, but, you know, I am mostly enjoying this and I like you guys. So, yeah. But I don't know. I guess I'll see you if I see you, and if I don't, I don't, Frankie Pete. I'll catch you on the flippity flop kind of motherfucking side type deal. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Alyssa Chapman says, voices are so fun. You seem pretty cool, Sid. No, I'm lame. Thank you, but I'm lame. I'm cringe. Stop liking me. You're bad. You're a bad person for liking me. It's wrong of you to do that. I'm just kidding. Thank you. You're very nice to me, actually. Thank you, Alyssa. You're a very nice person. I would put you in a little bag and take you to the mall. All right, you know, I would buy you anything. I mean, what do you want? I could get you. I mean, if you can fit in a bag, you're like small, so I could probably get you like an earring, and you could hold it. You could hold it in your hand because like you'd be shrink down to micro size, like a micro size of you, and you'd be in the bag, and I would smuggle you a little earring. So I would steal that because you know me. So I'd do that for you. I need gender-affirming clothing, Alyssa Chapman says. So, like, what do you want? Like, what is a gender-affirming garment for you? Because that's different for everybody, you know? Dress. Well, how do I get you a tiny dress? I guess I would go to the doll aisle, because you'd be shrink down to the size of a doll. You'd be shrunk. I got it. Done, sir. Certainly. Absolutely. I'm not calling you a sir, Alyssa. I'm not calling you a sir. I just have this tendency to say yes, sir, in like a kind of, like a yeehaw kind of way, just like as an exclamation. I apologize for not being gender affirming to you. So, my apologies. That's just kind of like a Southern charm kind of approach. I don't really know what the deal is with that, but it's not Southern charming in this case. It's not charming. Okay. Alyssa says it's coolio. Alyssa says, I need a toy store where I can just have doll clothes. You do. I mean, you really do. I would take you to a toy store and I would get you doll clothes, but it would be like a fancy toy store, so it wouldn't be like cheap dresses or anything like that. I would get you something that would be very nice and you would enjoy wearing it and it wouldn't just fall apart immediately like it was made for some inanimate object, even though it technically is. But it would be very high quality materials that you could wear because that's what you deserve, Alyssa. Alyssa says, Big preach. Thank you for allowing me to preach. You deserve good quality products because I think that you're a cool person. Anybody who watches my videos is stunning, outstanding, gorgeous, unstoppable, powerful, strong, intelligent, um, successful, rich, but not like unlikable rich. Actually, just not rich, not rich. They live in an alternate dimension where money isn't real, so we don't have to even think about it because they're magical hyper beings from the future where everything is magical and cool. So, everybody, and that's how my subscribers are. They're actually like cosmic gods, perhaps. And that's the thing. Like, how am I supposed to compete with that? You know, I'm just one little casket base. I'm just one little casket base at the end of the day. My tummy. Gosh. That's embarrassing. Okay. We're back. I didn't want it to show that much. It got squishy. I'm a little bit doughy in the middle. But I am at a healthy weight at this point. I've just got a little bit of a doughy shape about me. Alyssa Chapman says, what did they make or store in the casket you formed the base of? Oh, it stores my favorite rock stars, the ones that have died in the past, because I hold their souls and their bodies and stuff, and it's disgusting. Yeah, but they're dead though, and I cherish them still. I love them and I mourn them, you know. I think about their lives and I think about their sorrows and I think about everything, the dramas, the trials, the tribulations, the joys, the excitement, the swagger, you know, the power. And that's who lives in the caskets. So just like think of all the bands I like where any of the members are dead. I hold them. So that's what it means. Thank you for asking. Isn't that weird? I have very intense obsessions with celebrities. It's an embarrassing fucking trait, if I'm being honest. I don't really like that about myself because it seems silly. I think I'm a silly person, but I know that, I guess. That's why I feel like a fake bitch sometimes, because like I'm so interested in celebrities. It's like it seems like a shallow interest to have, you know? And I'm not always like I don't know. Sometimes I feel insecure about my interests, I guess. And that's tough for me. It's hard for me to get over that, you know? But it's kind of cool. I mean, I feel like it's gotten me a sort of quality that people can enjoy because I've translated it to my persona on the internet. You know, I've got a kind of larger than life persona that I can attribute to my interest in like music artists. You know, so I guess there's like it's a double-edged sword, really, and in fact, it's mostly beneficial, I suppose. Mark 13 Cyborg says, WPAH, hey Sid. Oh, hey man, how's it going? I'm just hanging out. I'm in my house. I'm just being a weirdo and a little freaky little guy, and I'm just hanging out. I've got my little outfit on. And my throat's kind of dry, but, you know, living life and such like. My lip gloss is probably all the way off right now and possibly smeared on my face, but you can't really tell in the camera, so who gives a shit? We're all gonna die anyway. Morbidity, bitch. Extremity, morbidity, profanity, infinity. Zippity dap, dippity darn, doo dah, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Zippity zap, dippity darn. See, that's what I'm telling you, okay? These are very good vocal stims. You have to get these done. You have to get them done. Certainly. Apply yourself. Anyway, hydration is important, Alyssa Chapman says. Certainly it is. Mark 13 Cyborg says, meant to type whoa, lol. Yeah, it's okay, man. I didn't actually know what you meant, but now I'm glad you clarified. Now I understand. But yeah, it's great to see you, you know. I just wanted to do a live stream because I was bored. Mr. Llama says, when would you say the last time is you laughed uncontrollably? I think I do that at least a few times a day. So yeah. I have good times. I have good times, I think. Now you've got me thinking. I mean, I don't really think about it, I guess. Laughed uncontrollably. I feel like I do that most days. Yeah. What about you, Mr. Llama? Does that not happen to you very often? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be reading the comments. Mr. Llama says, it happens to me quite often as well. That's a good thing. That's something good to hear, you know? I think that's good to hear, Mr. Llama. It's good because it means that you're not emotionally numb. You're not emotionally detached and destroyed. And I think that's good. Sometimes I can get a little detached and that makes me sad and depressed. So it's good that you can still feel your feelings and shit like that, man. Good job, no, really good job. Alyssa Chapman says the dance moves are exquisite. Thank you. I like to dance. I dance in like a real way where I stand up and I do like a whole thing, but I'm not going to do that on the camera. Like, I'm not very confident. I'm not there yet. I can do it in public, but I don't know about like recording it and permanently putting it on the internet. Like, you know, that's a little bit too much for me. That makes me feel nervous. But I guess I just don't know. It's like something I like to do in real life. But I'm doing it a little bit on camera. It's just that, like, I'm talking about full-on moves where I would be standing, you know, on my feet. A little bit of this is fine. I can do that on the live. But in real life, sometimes I go to these little nights with the music and the dancing, the partying, you know, the magic. And, like, you know, I do a little dancing. God damn it. And, like, you know, I put some effort into it, man. I'm trying to put myself out there, I suppose. I suppose I am. As you should, Alyssa Chapman says. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, you know? I enjoy it. I'm kind of tired, you know? One thing that I kind of didn't think about is that I've been awake since like 2 a.m. That's when I woke up, and now I'm so tired. I think that's why I can't focus so much, but I just don't think about it. When you have ADHD, sometimes, like, you spend the whole day, like, hyper focused on one little thing. Like today I've been hyper focused on little tasks on the internet. I've been posting things on my DeviantArt, my Reddit. I've been talking to people, and I put together this outfit and everything and did my makeup and my hair. So I've been doing little tasks all day, and they were fun. I did fun things, so I'm not like fatigued from doing hard stuff. But I'm just saying, I was so locked in that I stayed up a long time, and my sleep schedule is crazy. So with all that being said, I think I should end the stream. Do you guys think I should? I think I might. I need your permission. I can't do it without you, friends. How will I make my move? You know, I can bust a move, but I can't make a move. Alyssa Chapman says, if you are tired, then it is within reason. I am kind of tired. Like, I seem energetic. I seem energized and energetic, but, like, it's... I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep with my dad playing guitar. But I think I'm just going to, like, chill out for the rest of the night. I think I'm just going to wait until he's done playing guitar. But I want to end the stream. I feel kind of fatigued at this point. I'm burnt out. Bonk. That wasn't a bonk, that was a poke. Am I stupid? I don't know my colors, I don't know my gestures of hand. I'm stupid. Whatever. This is why I have to end the stream, guys. I'm gonna see you later, okay? Goodbye. Please say goodbye. Please say goodbye, everyone. I'm waiting. Bye, Sid, says Alyssa Chapman. Mr. Llama says, nice talking to you. See you in the meantime. That's my outro. Thank you. I don't know if Mark 13 Cyborg is still here. Well, I guess I'll just go then. Bye-bye. I won't make this too awkward. See you later, friendos. I love you. Tasp says, have fun.